so impressed with India. And I really believe that the opportunity for India's growth in the semiconductor industry is now. This is India's time to drive incredible growth.
Meeting with Prime Minister Modi, very impressed with the vision that he has for India and the advances that India is making.
मुझे विश्वास है कि भारत और अमेरिका की साझेदारी सस्टेनेबल और इंक्लूसिव ग्लोबल ग्रोथ का इंजन साबित होगी।
Podcast on Prime Minister's visit to the United States. I'm Parikshit Luthra. Prime Minister Narendra Modi kick-started the business leg of his state visit to the United States with a private meeting with the Bidens at the White House, followed by interactions with top CEOs from Micron and General Electric. The leaders will hold bilateral meetings this evening and address a joint press conference as well. Prime Minister will also address US lawmakers in a joint sitting of the Senate and the Congress. Here's a report on how day 2 of the Prime Minister went. After spending a day in New York, Prime Minister Modi arrived in Washington for the business leg of his landmark state visit. US President Joe Biden, along with the First Lady, welcomed the Prime Minister to the White House. Prime Minister Modi is the third world leader after French President Macron and South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol to be invited on a state visit by the Biden administration. The Prime Minister presented an array of gifts to the Bidens, including a sandalwood box, a silver idol of Lord Ganesha, and a diya. A first edition print of the book, The 10 Principal Upanishads, along with a lab-grown 7.5-carat green diamond. The Bidens gifted Prime Minister Modi an antique American book gallery, a vintage camera, a wildlife photography book, and the first edition of copy of Robert Frost's poems.
जहां एक और अमेरिका के पास उच्च कोटि के शिक्षण संस्थान है, एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजीज है, वहीं भारत के पास विश्व की सबसे बड़ी युवा फैक्ट्री है। और इसलिए मुझे विश्वास है कि भारत और अमेरिका की साझेदारी सस्टेनेबल और इंक्लूसिव ग्लोबल ग्रोथ का इंजन साबित होगी।
Prime Minister continued to meet top American CEOs. Sanjay Mehrotra of the semiconductor maker Micron spoke about great opportunities in India. The Indian government has recently approved a semiconductor testing and packaging facility to be built by Micron in Gujarat.
Had an excellent meeting with Prime Minister Modi. Very impressed with the vision that he has for India and the advances that India is making. We discussed a wide range of topics, and we really look forward to greater opportunities in India.
The formalization of the much-awaited General Electric HAL jet engine deal remains one of the key deliverables of this trip. Prime Minister Modi invited Lawrence Culp, Chief Executive Officer of General Electric, to play a bigger role in India's aviation and renewable energy sector. Sources tell CNBC-TV18 General Electric will transfer 80% of the technology needed to build fighter jet engines in India. Prime Minister Modi will meet more US CEOs tomorrow, including Sundar Pichai of Alphabet, Andy Jassy of Amazon, David Callan of Boeing as well. Recently, Air India signed a multi-billion-dollar aircraft deal with Boeing. The Bidens will also be hosting a state dinner for the Prime Minister. The who's who of American politics, top Hollywood celebrities and members of the Indian diaspora will be in attendance. The specially curated dinner menu will include plant-based millet courses, stuffed mushrooms, risottos, and the option of fish. Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to address a joint session of the US Congress later tonight. In a speech that is scheduled for 40 minutes, Prime Minister is expected to outline the role of India and the United States in the Indo-Pacific, economic reforms and India's growth potential. Bureau Report, CNBC-TV18. And in a big boost to India's defence sector, Hindustan Aeronautics has signed a deal with GE Aerospace to co-produce fighter jet engines. The Memorandum of Understanding includes joint production of GE Aerospace's F414 engines in India. In a statement, GE has said that they could potentially manufacture the engines in India once it receives export authorization from the US government. Sources have told CNBC-TV18 that the deal could entail 80% transfer of jet engine technology to HAL by value. However, the payment for this transfer is still under negotiation. India and HAL will get the technology for the repair turbine technology, coating and machining of single crystal turbine blades, special coating for corrosion and erosion, among others. And from fighter jets to semiconductors, US-based Micron Tech will invest $875 million in Gujarat to set up a semiconductor testing and packaging facility. Micron expects to begin construction this year and make the facility operational by 2024. The plant is likely to create 5,000 direct jobs. Micron will receive 50% fiscal support from the central government. The Gujarat state government will also provide incentives covering 20% of the project's cost. The investment for phase 1 from Micron will be $875 million. All in all, Micron and the Indian government will invest $2.75 billion over the course of 2 phases in this facility. And moving on, French company Thales has developed a new drone detection system for airports. This has been deployed at the Heathrow Airport in London, and India could be the next destination. Danish Anand travelled to the company's headquarters in France to find out more.
The Paris Air Show is back after a long COVID-induced pause. The skies over the La Bourget airport will be buzzing with roaring sounds of various military and civilian aircraft, and the buzzing of drones with multiple use cases will be a common sight till Sunday, the 25th of June. The much anticipated air show, which is being held for the first time since the pandemic, is keeping aviation enthusiasts on the edge of their seats. Multiple OEMs that operate in both the civilian and military aircraft industry, drone manufacturers, and aerospace and defense equipment providers are all set to put their latest innovations on display. French company Thales is one of these players, and CNBC-TV18 got a sneak peek of what one can expect from the company's tables this year. Thales has developed Eagle Shield Eye Detect, which is a multi-sensor solution that helps detect and isolate unauthorized drones that may be flying over restricted airspace like commercial airports.
What you're seeing right behind me is a drone detection system for airports, and the primary objective of this is to let the air traffic controller know whenever a drone enters its vicinity. The ATC comes to know about all the details of the drone, what is the height of the drone, and the main objective is to ensure that no untoward incident like a collision between a drone and an aircraft happen.
We have a specific solution designed to protect the landing and the takeoff of the airplane against any drone flying over the airport.
The system is currently deployed at the Heathrow Airport in the United Kingdom, and it is expected to make its debut in India soon.
We have been working for India for many radar systems for decades, but since a few months we are in discussion with major airports in India to explain the solution we have here and try to see if it meets the requirements of the Indian authorities. We are ready, so we can do that tomorrow.
Thales has also showcased the GO20mm or the Ground Observer 20mm. This is a 360-degree integrated radar system that can detect any ground or air movement within a radius of 15 kilometers.
This is the first time that we can integrate both functionality into the same mode at the same time. It is very flexible in its operation, so you can take it apart easily and set it up within 5 minutes only.
Thales has also showcased its unmanned aerial vehicle or UAV called the Spy Ranger 330. This is a drone that has intelligence gathering, surveillance and reconnaissance mission capabilities.
It's very strong against jamming, for example. Is also equipped with a payload, with a gimbal. Also, it's a combat-proven drone. It has been used in several battles and several wars, for example, in Africa. And it's designed for harsh environment. In 2020, the system was deployed in Africa by the French land forces. We have also sold this kind of system in several foreign countries.
Well, the French company Thales has showcased its highly advanced and innovative military systems, right from different kinds of radars to drone detection system to advanced integrated air response systems. Well, the company feels that these products can be an asset for any nation in case of an emergency that guarantees a high and fast-paced response. From Jamare in France with video journalist Saroj Singh, this is Danish Anand for CNBC-TV18.
And it's time for a short break. Up next, insurance company Bupa, which has close to 35 million customers in India, believes India needs more players for insurance penetration to improve in India. A special conversation with the company's top management on their growth strategy in India on the other side.